Hey, how's it going? Before this video starts, I'm going to explain what an iceberg is for those who are unfamiliar with this type of videos. A iceberg is a tier list that begins with the most common trivia and theories at the top to the least common at the bottom. Now that I got that out the way, let's roll the intro. Marvel was started in 1939 by Marvin Goodman as Timely Comics. The Marvel era began in 1961, the same year that the company launched the Fantastic Four and other superhero titles. Over time, Marvel had created other characters like Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, the Hulk, and many others. The first Big Hero 6 comic was written in September 1st, 1998. The comic was titled Sunfire and Big Hero 6. In the beginning of the movie, a robot fight is taking place in the back alley. After the first match, we're introduced to a 13-year-old boy named Hiro Hamada trying to participate in the next match. After the match is over, Yama tries to teach Hiro a lesson for hustling him.
No one hustles, Yama!
Whoa, hey.
Teach him a lesson.
Hey, fellas.
Luckily, Hiro's brother, Tadashi, comes to rescue him on a scooter, but eventually they both get locked up. Hiro and Tadashi are released shortly after their Aunt Cass bails them out.
I had to close up early because of you two felons. On beat poetry night. Stress eating. Because of you. Come on, Mochi. This is really good.
Tadashi is concerned that Hiro's wasting his potential with bot fighting. He decides to take Hiro to his lab at his university. This is where Hiro meets Tadashi's friends. The first person he meets is Gogo Tamago, a biker who specializes in electromag suspension, Wasabi, a neat freak who specializes in lasers, Honey Lemon, a happy-go-lucky artist who specializes in chemical compounds, and Fred, the school mascot and comic book fanboy, who's also responsible for everyone's nicknames. Tadashi also shows Hiro his latest project, a personal healthcare robot named Baymax.
Hello, I am Baymax, your personal healthcare companion. I was alerted to the need for medical attention when you said, ow.
With the release of the Big Hero 6 movie, Disney released merchandise that could be purchased at local retail stores and at the Disney Park and Resort. There were items like the Fredzilla plush, Big Hero 6 action figures, and Baymax Power Gauntlet. Big Hero 6 themed t-shirts can still be purchased online. Big Hero 6 got its first comic in 1998 and another one in 2008. The 2008 comic introduced two new characters, Wasabi Ginger and Fredzilla. There were characters from the comics that never appeared in the movie or the series, like the Silver Samurai, Sunfire, the Ebon Samurai, and Sunfire. Kingdom Hearts is an action-based RPG game that was published by Square Enix. The game was released on the PS2 on March 28th in 2002. The Kingdom Hearts series also has spin-off games for the Game Boy Advance, DS, and 3DS. In Kingdom Hearts 3, Hiro and others make an appearance, and San Francisco is an explorable world. San Francisco is a fictional city in the Big Hero 6 universe. The name is a combination of San Francisco and Tokyo. After the 1906 earthquake in San Francisco, Japanese immigrants rebuilt the city using techniques that allowed movements and flexibility. After the city was finished being rebuilt, it was renamed to San Francisco due to it being a combination of both Japanese and American culture. Disney Sorcerer's Arena is a turn-based RPG mobile game. The game can be played either by downloading it on the Android or on the iOS. On August 28th in 2020, the game app announced a Big Hero 6 event, which allows the player to unlock all 6 main characters. The Big Hero 6 series is a continuation of the Big Hero 6 movie. The series first aired on Disney XD on November 17 of 2017. The series only lasted for 3 seasons. In the beginning of 2021, it was announced that the series would be done with a 2-part series finale and would not get a 4th season. By the way, if this video can get 400 likes, I'll make a What Happened to Big Hero 6 video. I just need to know how many people want it. A new Big Hero 6 spin-off called Baymax is set to come out in the summer of 2022. The series follows Baymax, with him working as a nurse around San Francisco. Shipping is seen in most fandoms. Some can be canon or non-canon. Some fans of the Big Hero 6 franchise have shipped Hiro and Honey Lemon. Tadashi is Hiro's older brother and the creator of Baymax. After Hiro enters the school showcase and gets accepted into SFIT by Professor Callahan, the exhibition hall catches on fire with Professor Callahan still inside. Tadashi runs inside the burning building in order to try to save him. Moments later, the building explodes.
Callahan's in there. Someone has to help.
Disney Infinity 2.0 is an action-adventure sandbox video game. The game allows you to play as Disney and Pixar characters. The game uses action figures that can be purchased from retail stores or bought online. The player can also mix and match characters to create their very own world. Disney Infinity was created in order to compete with Skylanders. When pre-ordering Disney Infinity 2.0, a Hiro and Baymax figure came with the purchase. Honey Lemon is one of the main characters in the franchise. In the movie, Honey Lemon's hair is honey blonde. In the Big Hero 6 series, Honey Lemon's hair was changed from honey blonde to strawberry blonde. The hair color change could also be a callback to the early render designs of the characters. Okay, so this one's a little tricky because of YouTube and their guidelines, so I have to be a little subtle when I talk about this. Basically, the rule is if it exists somewhere, there's a not safe for work version of that particular thing. And as for Big Hero 6, if you look hard enough, maybe on a certain panel website, these characters may or may not can be found. In Big Hero 6, some ages of the characters were given, but not all. Honey Lemon is 19 years old. Tadashi's age is a little hard to pinpoint down. His voice actor said that he was around 19 or 20, but in the Japanese version, they say he's 21 years old. All we know is that he's at least 18 years old, since he was in the same cell as the other bot fighters in the beginning of the movie, whereas Hiro was in a separate cell, since he's a minor. Gogo's age was never given, but let's speculate for a moment. Her comic book counterpart, who she is loosely based off of, is 18 to 23 years old, and since Honey Lemon is around 19 years old, and Tadashi is at least 18 years old, let's put her around the 18 to 21 year old range. Hiro is 13 in the movie and is 14 in the series. Wasabi is 21 years old, which we know because he has 21 candles on his cake. And just like Gogo, Fred's age was never given, but let's just assume he's around the same age range as the others, so we'll put him in the 18 to 21 year old range. Fred is one of the main characters in the Big Hero 6 franchise. Fred is the mascot at SFIT. His superhero costume is a kaiju-like suit that breathes fire. In the comics, Fred is way more stoic and reserved than he is in the series. Also, this version of Fred has the ability to transform into a kaiju instead of just putting on a suit. Everyone in the series was given a nickname by Fred. In the comics, Honey Lemon's real name is Aiko Miyazaki. All the Disney versions of the characters are loosely based off their comic book counterparts, but unlike their comic book versions, most of their real names are unknown. In the episode Rivalry Week, Honey Lemon's nickname was printed on her school ID. Honey Lemon and Gogo are another ship in the fandom. This ship has produced fan art and even fan fiction. The alternate version is a creepypasta about a parent buying a DVD of Big Hero 6 for their child from Target's DVD section. When they arrive home and pop in the DVD, a different version of the movie was shown. Here's the narration to better explain the creepypasta.
One day, me and my son went to see Big Hero 6. He loved it, and so did I. He loved it so much that he begged me to buy it for him when it came out on DVD. I told him I would, and he got very excited. A few months later, We saw a commercial on TV saying Big Hero 6 was now available for Blu-ray and DVD. My son was super excited, and he asked if we could go to Target so we could get it. I said yes, and we got in the car. Little did I know, I was about to make a terrible mistake. We got to Target and went to the DVD section. We looked and looked, but couldn't find Big Hero 6. As soon as my son was starting to get sad, a Big Hero 6 DVD caught my eye. It was the only one in stock. The only thing odd about it was that it looked worn out. The picture on the front was ripped and crumpled up. I was starting to doubt if I should buy it or not, but my son insisted that we buy it. I finally gave in and agreed. We went to go check out. When we got to the checkout aisle, the cashier said, "You don't want to buy that. It's... Never mind. But be careful." I was weirded out by this, but my son didn't seem to care. We got home, and my son was so excited he begged to watch it now. So I went and popped some popcorn and put the DVD in. I hit play, and we watched it. The main menu was absent, but the movie was normal, until the part where they about caught the bad guy, but didn't. That's where it got weird. It showed Hiro and Baymax in the garage. Hiro just stood there with a mad look on his face for about a minute. He then yelled, "This is all your stupid fault!" Baymax then said, "Hiro, I was just trying to help." Then Hiro yelled, "I don't need your help!" He then picked up a knife and yelled, "In fact, I don't need you!" He then stabbed Baymax with a knife, causing him to deflate and die. My son said, "Why does this exist?" I was horrified too, but I stupidly kept watching. Then, all the nerds came in to calm Hiro down. Hiro yelled, "I don't need you either! If it wasn't for you stupid assholes and that fucking robot ruining everything, we would have got him and I wouldn't have to get fucking pissed off! You ruined everything for me, so now I'm gonna ruin everything for you! Die, bitches!" At this point, I was very shocked that Hiro swore. Then, Hiro got the knife and stabbed every single one of them in the chest. Hiro then looks at the screen with black eyes. There was a muffled, distorted, reversed scream I could faintly hear in the background. I was terrified. Why would such a happy, fun Disney movie take such a dark turn? Then, it showed Hiro walking into the nerd lab. He sighed and said, "I've killed all my friends, so I guess there's no point in me living either." He sighs again and goes to Wasabi's laser cutter and runs through it, shredding him to bits. The screen faded to black and the movie ended. I had no idea what I had just watched. I smashed the DVD to bits and burned it so it would never be seen again. I will never watch Disney again. I heard that someone else saw it, and they posted the download link on a private website, so that means it's still floating around somewhere. If you happen to come across this mysterious lost version, don't watch it. I'm warning you. You will regret it if you watch it.
Big Hero 6 Bot Fight was a short-lived mobile game that was released on November 3rd in 2014. The game was created by the mobile game company TzuNamii and published by Disney Interactive. The core gameplay revolves around attacking opponents with battle bots and determining their attacks using power cells from 5 elemental power types. Think of Pokemon, but robots. The game was discontinued on February 3rd in 2016. Baymax and Hiro enters a teleportation portal to save a girl who has been trapped there for a long time. As soon as they're about to leave the portal, random debris hits Baymax and renders his flight capabilities impossible to use. Baymax tells Hiro that he can use his rocket fist to get Hiro and the girl to safety, but he can no longer fly, so he decided that he would stay behind. Baymax's original body is stuck in the other dimension, but when he sacrificed himself, he launched his personality chip in the rocket fist he used to save Hiro. Hiro builds a new robot at the end of the movie, but since he uses the same personality chip that was left by the original Baymax, technically it's the same Baymax but with a different body. Big Hero 6 was released in multiple languages in different countries. There was originally supposed to be a Filipino dubbing of the movie, but the dub version was never released, even though they made a Filipino promo vid for the movie.
Sasagipin nila ang araw mula sa isang avenging villain.
Swerte kayo, hindi kami nakaprogram na manakit na mga tao.
Big Hero 6, January 27, 10:30 p.m. sa TV5 Cine Squad.
Hiro is surprised when he learns the identity of yokai is Professor Callahan. When the truth is revealed, Hiro takes out Baymax's healthcare chip and orders him to destroy. Disney Magical World is a life simulation game. The game uses Mii characters to complete quests. The game features various activities such as fishing, card collecting, gardening, making clothes, and decorating the town's cafe. When completing these activities, the player is awarded with stickers, which act as a leveling up system, allowing the player to progress further in the game. Characters and items from films from Snow White all the way to Frozen and Tangled were featured in the game. Big Hero 6 was one of the few franchises that was never included in the game.